Ron the Car Guy has changed his hairstyle a little bit, and he's actually going by an alias.
He's much better looking.
Yes, he is. Much better looking.
I got more of it.
There you go. Oh, Jelly. It is Joe the Car Guy. Comes out of the box flying.
And then he was unemployed.
Good job. High five for you, my friend. All right. If Ron doesn't show, that's what happens. No,
it's also apparently my last day.
No, you're fine. We knew he wasn't going to be here, but we're here to talk about something that a lot of people are going to be talking about, especially since the weather's going to get warm, Jason. Eventually. But something people may have been neglecting over the past couple of months.
Yes, we're talking about undercar rust, basically due to car washes.
Okay.
Not due to car washes, but you need to.
You need to, or you will experience.
We're talking the salt that's been on the roadways here.
Yes. Yep. They're using almost 100% mixture on salt, and then there's the brine that goes down. And we had a vehicle in last week that the fuel line just burst driving down the interstate.
Really?
What?
Got towed in.
No.
And
so
it was
metal fuel line, and the salt ate through the metal fuel line.
Yep. We've seen brakes go out on cars because you press on it, it finds a weak spot,
and
blow out the brake line.
Side of the solid brake lines too.
Yep. And then as well as brakes and suspension stuff that is, someone comes in and says, hey, I hit a pothole, I need my car aligned. We can't until we replace something because it is rusted and seized and you can't adjust anything.
That bad?
I guess I thought these components were more corrosion proof than that.
They aren't a lot. Some of them, have got like a paint or a coating on them from the factory, but the stuff that's on the roads now is so intense that it's eat right through it. Yep.
Wow. All right, now you're talking about people that don't wash their car very often. I just asked Jason to verify when it was going to rain again, and when's it going to rain again?
Probably this afternoon.
Well, then I'm washing my car.
Evening.
My car will be washed this afternoon.
Yeah.
The theory that I usually go by, but that's not a good idea, huh?
That's correct. One thing, if a lot of people use the automatic car washes, you see the lines that are out to the road. Get the one that's got the undercar wash on it. If that's the only way you ever wash your car, because at least it's going to spray the underside of the car and get that salt off there. Now,
that would probably eliminate a lot of the handheld wand type car washes that you might see. Now, we have an inexpensive one right down the street here on 9th. If you're not familiar with that, for under $2, I believe you can use a wand, but that just gets the salt and debris off the outside, but won't get underneath the car.
Right, and it's still a good idea to use that because you can get in your wheel well. We've all seen the truck that's driving down the road that looks like the box is ready to fall off. That's still going to help by using the wand to get underneath the wheel wells and get the salt out.
So when you buy a new car, I don't know if they do it so much anymore, but of course they used to have the Z-Bar places around. I don't know if they're still around, but they still will sometimes try and sell you some sort of an undercoat. Is that?
The undercoating I'm a big fan of.
Really?
10, 15 years ago, it wasn't the greatest product on the world, and sometimes you'd wash your car and you'd see a giant chunk of undercoating come off, but that's not the case anymore.
There's no rust there, mind you, but...
Yeah, exactly. But the undercoating, it works wonders. I do it to my vehicles. There's also some accessories for trucks and SUVs where you can get like rear wheel liners. That's plastic that goes up in there and protects.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that.
Now, you would think that I can understand the road crews maybe wanting more bang for their buck, not wanting to have to go over places over and over again, so maybe the chemicals have gotten stronger. Is that maybe what's going on here?
Yeah, and they changed the mixture. You used to see a lot of just sand go out on the roadways.
Right. Yeah.
And a lot of it is now actual salt or rock salt that's getting put down on the road, and that's a lot heavier of a corrosion deal than just using
sand. Now, how
sand.
often are we recommending having the undercarriage of your vehicle washed?
That is, the sooner the better after the roadways are treated. But I know, when you go in the deep freeze for 2 weeks, you can't wash your car and end up with frozen locks either. So.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of car washes aren't even open if it's too cold.
Yeah, exactly. So there's not really, a time frame on it. It's just the sooner the better after the roads are treated when the weather permits.
So a major treatment of the roadways soon thereafter.
Yeah, get it done if you can.
Whoops.
Okay.
Well, just I drive a black car, and I remember when I bought it, it was white, so it's probably a good time to.
Now might be the time.
Now it might be the time. Okay, good to know. Good
Yeah.
All right. So I know Ron is obviously on sabbatical somewhere, but if people have any other questions about cars or truck-related items, what do they do? How do they get a hold of you?
They can give us a call, 225-9090. They can find us at westsideautopros.com, or they can come down and see us.
Just stop by. Perfect. Good job, man.
Thank you very much.